come up out the dungeon too. But he gonna hang you but on the tree. And the birds are gonna eat of your flesh just like they was eating of that bread. And he like, oh man. And so Joseph told the butler, he said, would you remember me? Somebody say, remember me.
Remember me.
When you come before the king, would you remember me? When you come into your place of success, will you remember me? You remember how we make a pact as friends? Like, when one of us come up, we all coming up. When one of us get a good job, we going to help everybody get on that job. Remember me when you come up out the gutter, when you come up out the valley, when you come up out of the darkness, remember me. Joseph say, speak a word for me to the king. Let him know I've been wrong, man. They stole me out of my homeland, brought me here, sold me into Pharaoh Potiphar's house, and his wife lied on me, got me thrown in the dungeon, and I ain't did nothing wrong. Remember me. Give me a good word to the king with me, for me. Talk for me. I did you a favor. I told you about your dream. I told you what was... I interpreted the dream. I told you. Who interprets dreams? God interprets dreams. Joseph ain't did nothing but said what God said. Now Joseph treated a man like that man owe him. Remember me when you found $100 on the ground. And then this girl come on to borrow $20. And you gonna tell her here, and you better pay me my $20 back. That was you just found 100. God gave you 100. That wasn't yours. Amen. That was God. Gave you that to be a blessing, Zemo.
Hey, it ain't my fault. I ain't do it.
God did it. Somebody say, God did it.
God did it.
So many times we think it's us when things come to pass. Somebody say, God did it.
God did it.
Well, sometimes we think it's us when we see a miracle happening before our eyes. But somebody say, God did it.
God did it.
It ain't about us.
It ain't about us.
He told the baker, the butler, remember me when you come before Pharaoh. Put in a good word for me, like I did for you. I went before God and I saw what your dilemma was, and I transformed it to you, and I told you what it was all about. Remember me when you come before the king. He can let me go. He can bring me out. He has the power to change this around. If you tell the king a word for me, then he'll bring me up out of here, because I've been unjustly done wrong. If you just give a word to the king for me, then maybe all this drama will stop in my life. If you just give a word to the king for me, then maybe I won't have all this trouble and pain. If you just tell the king, I'm down here and I need help. Will somebody help me? Will somebody help me? Help me. Help me. Somebody. Anybody down here? Man, it's been a long time. Man, it's been a year or something. Man, it's been 2 years. Help me. And you go through something for a long time, expecting somebody to come through for you. Help me. Help me. And we be in the dungeon, crying for help. And ain't nobody down there care about us crying. Help me. Help me. I ain't done nothing wrong. He said he was going to say a word for me. But when you're depending on other flesh to bring you out, you end up with broken expectations. Somebody say broken expectations.
Broken expectations.
You expect the people to do for you what only God can do. If it's God that brought you in that thing, it's only God that can bring you out. Somebody say, bring me out, Lord.
Bring me out, Lord.
It's my time to shine.
It's my time to shine.
See, you put your hope in your family, and you're putting your hope in this boss on the job. Them people don't control your destiny. Your future's in God's hands. When you're going from the prison to the palace, you got to have your mind right, and you got to have your focus straight. Yeah. Put the blinders on and focus on God. Put the blinders on and focus on that dream he showed you. Put the blinders on. If all this distraction is hindering you and getting in your way and hindering your faith, put the blinders on and see this thing as God sees it. Because there's coming a time when God's going to bring you out after 2 full years. Somebody say 2 full years.
2 full years.
There was an end. There was an expiration date to his trouble.
Yep.
And after 2 full years, the Bible says that Pharaoh dreamed a dream. After 2 full years, God allowed Pharaoh's dream to line up with Joseph's dream. After 2 full years, Pharaoh laid down one night on his bed, thinking he was about to rest. But what he didn't know that there was a man down in his jail, and his time had come to be delivered. Somebody say from the palace, from the prison, to the palace. Pharaoh didn't know that there was a man down in his jail that God had his eyes on. Yeah. There was a man down in the midst of the dungeon that God was ready to bring up out of there. Pharaoh didn't know when he laid down in his soft bed that there was a man of God laying down on the ground. But he had a dream one day of running things. What things was he about to run? Hallelujah. He was about to wake Pharaoh up to what was down in the dungeon.
Thank you.
God is about to wake somebody up because it's your time to shine. You worry about how you going to make it. Don't you worry about a thing. God is about to wake somebody up who got your vision in mind.
Come on.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. It's lining. Somebody say it's lining up. It's lining up. Yeah, yeah. It's lining up. Come on, say it. It's lining up. It's lining up. And God working this thing. He working this thing. People having dreams in the night. It's lining up. People working on stuff, talking about you at the dinner table. Things is lining up. It's about to work out for your good. Hallelujah. Somebody say the light about to shine. Oh yeah, baby, the light about to shine. It's been dark for a long time, but the light's about to shine. You've been going through for way too long, y'all, but the light's about to shine. It's my time.
It's my time
to shine.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Somebody say it's my time.
My time. It's
my time to shine.
My time to shine.
And Pharaoh dreamed a dream. Well, he was standing by the river. And out of the river came 7 cows, fat, well-favored, healthy cows. And they began to graze in the meadows on side the river. And Pharaoh noticed again that there were 7 more cows that came up out of the river. And they were skinny and sickly cows. And they stood beside the other cows at the river. And the Bible says that the 7 sick, lean, skinny cows began to eat up the well-favored fat cows until there were no more. And it troubled Pharaoh, and he woke up. Wait, hold up. Time out. Let's examine this. Pharaoh was standing by the river of life. Y'all know the water is the mother of life. He was standing by the river, and out of the river came forth cows. Cows represent prosperity. Cows represent the prosperity and the feeding of the land and the people. Cattle are the most precious meat in all the earth. Anywhere you go in the world, cattle is prized as a dish to be devoured at a table. Cattle represented prosperity. He saw prosperity coming out the river. Fine, fat, luscious, representing that the land was about to be blown up with prosperity and riches and fatness, when everything was going to be fat and fine, grazing in the green pastures. All that you want, all that you need was right there, spread out before the fatted calf.
Yes.
And they ate all that they needed.
Yes.
And out of that same river, somebody say that same river,
Same river.
came 7 cows, thin, skinny cows, all sick up. Somebody say, out of the same river.
Out of the same river.
Don't you know? Out of the same river that produced the fat, fine cows, produced the skinny, sick cows. Just because you come from a good family,
Come on.
don't mean you gonna be good.
Come on.
other children are dumb as a stick, don't mean you can't be Sheldon.
Come on, come on, come on.
Big bang!
Come on, come on.
Just because everybody else having it bad, don't mean you have to.
Come on.
And just because everything is going well in your world, don't think out of that same world, pain ain't gonna come.
Come on.
Could be that same job that made you a manager last month and got your house all tore up because you ain't never home no more. And the blessing also produced the curses out of the same river. And then he dreamed the dream again. And he laid his head down, and this time he dreamed of a stalk of corn which produced 7 ears on the stalk of corn. And these 7 ears were fat and full, juicy, ready for boiling in butter, y'all. I'm talking nice corn, lovely, pretty green on them. And then all of a sudden, he saw another stalk of corn that was all skinny and all dried up and blown as it seemed with the wind, the Bible says. And these 7 old ratchet ears of corn began to eat up the good ears of corn until they were no more. They devoured them. And in each instance, the sick, ratchet, skinny things ate up the good. But if you look at the word, in his dream when he saw the 7 cows, the fat cows, they were grazing in the meadows. And as they were grazing in the meadows, the Bible says that the 7 skinny cows came up out of the river. And they stood beside the other fat cows by the river. Wait a minute. The fat cows, the Bible says, was grazing in the field. Mm-hmm. How did them cows get back by the river? Why was them cows over there fooling around with them skinny cows?
Come on.
With them sick cows? When they were over there grazing in the grass. Read the book. Read the book.
Come on.
Pharaoh's dream said the cows came up out of the river, fat, fine, and went into the fields and the meadows and grazed, was eating, living life. And then the 7 skinny cows, sick cows came up out of the river, stood by the river, and they stood beside the fat ones. Which means the fat cows had to come away from the meadows and come over here back by the river where the skinny cows, sick cows were. Why you keep going back to the sickness?
Come on, come on.
Why you keep going back to that stuff that's all dried up and useless and ratchet?
Come on. Come on.
If they'd have stayed in the meadows
Come on.
where they was grazing in the grass, but no, they won't go see about them skinny cows. You can't help everybody.
All right, all right.
They might have went back to show them skinny cows where the grass was. But you can't help everybody. Fat cows were so fat and looked over there at the skinny cows and probably felt bad for the skinny, sick-looking cows and say, y'all come on over here, there's grass over here. And they like, what you say? Come on over here, there's this grass, you can graze over here, come on over here. And they like, what you say? And so the fat cows, they get closer to the skinny cows. They baiting them in to get back by the river. Man, y'all come over here and eat. And they like, we'd rather eat you. And that problem that you was trying to fix end up eating you.
Come on, come on, come on, come on.
Making you sick again.
That person that you went on half with the lottery with end up running off with the ticket. And now you back to work. Punching the clock all on the news talking about she did you wrong. You knew she was a skinny cow when you let her live in your house.
All right, all right.
Oh, we can't be real up in New Life.
All right.
All right, let me get back to my lesson then.
Messed up.
The sick cows came up out of the same river as the fat cows were. Evidently, they wasn't doing what they were supposed to be doing, or they'd have been fat like the other ones. They skinny and sick for a reason. You can't always go back there and try to help somebody that's in this situation because of their own faults.
Right.
Because while you trying to rescue a drowning, fighting man who can't swim, he'll drown you too.
Come on now.
Come on, can we be real up in here?
Come on.
You jumping out the boat with your life jacket